As I look around and I follow a path and I listen to the bird song and the sound of the wind in the trees that sounds like the ocean, I can pause and I can turn in a circle 360 degrees and realize, depending on which way my gaze is, I have a completely different view. All valid, very, very different. And when I allow myself to look around and not just follow the path and go in a straight line, somehow I have a more wholesome experience, vision of the bigger picture. So this contemplation of speaking from my experience and speaking about my experience, speaking from myself, speaking about myself, speaking from my experience of others, speaking about others. So exploring speaking from, speaking about the world gives me distance, maybe even what I think of the world, my opinion. Speaking from my experience of the world gives me immediate access to the here and now. Speaking about myself has inherent in it, or about others, opinions, maybe even assumptions, and often judgments. Speaking from myself has inherent in it a kind of free associative state that only in the speaking of do you discover what is present. And this is a very different way of living in the world, speaking from the world or about the world. And what if you were to explore moving forward once a day? How do I speak from where I am? Maybe you write it down. Maybe you have someone that you trust that you can speak from your experience. Now, how does that feel? And then you could try speaking about yourself, speaking about another. And how does that feel? And which brings you closer to the center of the truth? It takes great skill, craft, practice to be in process with the world, to include the self, the other, the environment, your community, the planet, the cosmos, in your expression. However, when you speak from yourself, it has this magical alchemy that somehow others resonate. And if they don't resonate, they may feel different. And somehow this feeling different gives them also clarity in and of themselves. So whether we resonate or we feel different, And just because we feel different doesn't mean what we feel is wrong. It's just different. Without the qualifying. So just a little exploration this week. How is it to speak from? How is it to speak about? What happens for you?